Alright, what's going on, everybody? I am live for Cowboys and Chargers. Sorry, I am extremely late. The Chargers just scored the first touchdown of the game. They now lead 7-0. Let me get this right. Hold on one second. Alright, there we go. Hold on. Alright, give me a second to pull up the comments. But I have the Cowboys winning this game by a score of... I actually don't remember my score. Hold on, let me check my score prediction in 1 second. But welcome to the stream, everybody. I'm just going to pull up the comments. Give me 1 second. Alright. Let me put a poll out. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Let me know in the comments or vote in the poll who you have winning. If you have a score prediction, let me know. Alright, there we go. Cowboys, Chargers, who will win? I have the Cowboys just because I do not trust the Chargers at all to hold a lead. But the Cowboys going to get the football. They trailed this one 7-0 after going 3-and-out and then allowing a touchdown. The kick is away and it is a touchback, and they will take over for their second drive at their own 25-yard line. But let's see. I've got the Cowboys by a score of 28-24. Okay. So the Cowboys getting the football. So give me 1 second to get the ball marker up. There we go. Cowboys with the football. Dak off play action. Looks to throw. Throws to the outside. That is complete for a first down. Caught by CeeDee Lamb. Gain of 11 on the play. CeeDee Lamb gets off to a good start today with his, I believe, his first catch. Very quiet game against the 49ers last week. Lamb, 28 catches, 369 yards, and a touchdown on the season. 1st and 10 here for the Cowboys. Prescott looks to throw. He's got time. Throws over the middle. That's a second catch for CeeDee Lamb inside Chargers territory, taken down at the 41. Give me 1 second to pull up the rosters for each team. Alright, but 1st and 10 here for the Cowboys after the gain of 23 yards, a 43-yard pickup, 23-yard pickup on the previous play. So from the 41, Lamb in motion. Prescott looks to throw. He's got time. Throws in and out of the hands of Michael Gallup and incomplete. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Actually never made it to Michael Gallup. That was deflected by Davis, the defensive back. So nice play there. So 9-10 to go in the opening quarter. Chargers lead by a score of 7-0. 2nd and 10 here for the Cowboys. 9-10 to... I just said 9-10. Off play action, Prescott going to set up the screen to Tony Pollard, and Pollard with some blockers ahead of him. He's going to get a good pickup of 7 yards there, getting it to the Charger 34. And that is going to bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Cowboys. officially give them 7. And they have a a third down here at roughly the Chargers' 35. Little inside their 35. Dak Prescott this drive, 3 of 4, 41 yards. 2 of those completions have gone to CeeDee Lamb for about 34 yards or so. Prescott in shotgun. Pollard the back one to his right. They're going to toss this out to Tony Pollard on 3rd and 3. And Pollard is going to make a cut, pick up the first down inside the 30. He's taken down at the 27. Good run there for the Cowboys, and they move the chains. A 7-yard pickup there on 3rd and 3. And the Cowboys, with a first down, put together a solid second drive, as they've got the ball fairly deep inside Charger territory. So from the 27, Prescott in shotgun. Here's going to hand off to Pollard, and Pollard up the middle is going to run for about a gain of 6 on the play. So far, results on the poll. Everyone has said the Chargers will win. Make sure to vote if you guys haven't already done so. My vote would go towards the Cowboys, although, being a Giants fan, I would definitely hope the Chargers get the win. Cowboys had the best red zone offense in the last year. They're 27th. They're 5th worst in the NFL this year. Brandon Cooks in motion. Prescott looks to throw. Chargers rush 5. Prescott throws down the field. That is just a little too high for Michael Gallup and incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Just slightly too high for Michael Gallup up the seam. And that is going to bring up a 3rd down. So 3rd and 5 from the 22. CeeDee Lamb motions out wide to the right of Dak Prescott. Prescott looks to throw. Chargers only rush 3. Prescott now going to step up, pump fake, and take off, and he is going to be about a yard short. Nice hit there by Kyle Van Noy, I believe that is number 6. No, sorry, that's Eric Kendricks. Kyle Van Noy was number 6 for them last year. And it appears as if the Cowboys are going to keep the offense out there and go for it. Eric Kendricks, with a hit on Dak Prescott, keeps him short. And according to ESPN Analytics, for the Cowboys, 4th and 3 or shorter, they say go for it. This is 4th and 1. Cowboys keep the offense out there to go for it. Lamb in motion. Prescott is going to keep this on the option. Dak Prescott into the open field. He's going to walk in for a Cowboy touchdown. So the Cowboys, with the 9-play, 75-yard drive, go right down the field and respond to the Chargers' opening drive touchdown. Prescott actually almost fumbled that. But on the option, Dak Prescott runs it in for a Cowboy touchdown, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And here is their kicker, Brandon Aubrey, for the extra point. And Aubrey's kick is up and good. It is now 7-7 as the Chargers and Cowboys are tied in the first quarter. Give me 1 second just to pull up like the stats for the game. But 7-7, 6:21 to go in the first quarter. That was an 18-yard touchdown run by Dak Prescott there. So far, results in the poll, 67% have said the Chargers will win, 33% have said the Cowboys. Make sure to vote if you haven't already done so. Go Cowboys, okay. I would prefer the Giants to win. Not the Giants. The Chargers to win because I am a Giants fan is what I'm trying to say. Give me 1 second. Alright, but waiting for them to come back from commercial break here. Chargers going to get the football for their second drive, with the game now tied at 7. And I spilled water on the floor. Poll now tied up 50-50. Make sure to vote if you guys have not already done so. Give me 1 second. Alright. Just had to adjust this a little bit. Alright, going with the Chargers. I prefer the Chargers, but I think the Cowboys will win. But I think this is probably the best game of the week, so this could definitely go either way. This is the game I'm probably the most trouble picking, so I think it should definitely be a good one. Also, probably the best game of the week, so should be a good one. I also put a poll out in the community tab of my channel, where you guys can make sure to frequently check for polls, updates, anything like that. I said, who do you think will win Monday Night Football? And 53% said the Cowboys, 47% said the Chargers, so very close. But the Cowboys have it teed up, and Brandon Aubrey sends it away. And the kick goes sailing through the end zone for a touchback, and Justin Herbert and the Charger offense will take over at their own 25-yard line. The game tied at 7. With 6:25 to go in the opening quarter. So they show the replay of the touchdown. He almost fumbled it, but once he made sure he actually had the ball, there was just nothing but green grass ahead of him. Herbert hands off to Austin Eckler, dances around behind the line of scrimmage, then finally darts forward for only a gain of a yard, as he's met there by a couple Cowboy defenders. Eckler making his return tonight from is it an ankle or a hamstring injury? I can't remember now. Let me see. I don't know. Give me a minute to check. Here is the jet sweep to tight end Gerald Everett, who's going to look for a lane cut up the field and gain 2. Not every day I see a team run a jet sweep to the tight end. I know in college, Georgia does that a lot with Brock Bowers. You're not a lot, but more than you would think. But he's really more of like a big receiver. Third and 7. Josh Kelly is the back. Herbert looks to throw. He's got plenty of time. Like, plenty of time. Nope, play blown dead. Never mind. So, play is blown dead. We got a flag prior to the snap. And it is going to be 12 men on the field for the Cowboys, so that will give the Chargers a free 5 yards. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. They had 12 guys lined up in the formation. Not even realizing and trying to get one off the field. Anyway, I thought when you had 12 guys on the field, you're about to let that play run out, or is that only when somebody's trying to substitute and get an extra guy off the field? But that makes this third down easier. It is now 3rd and 2. Herbert in shotgun. Kelly the back one to his right. Herbert looks to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Herbert, as he's going down, throws that is, I believe, incomplete. Gerald Everett was there. The ball hit the ground and incomplete. Dorrance Armstrong with pressure on Herbert. And that is going to bring up a 4th and 2. Yeah, that definitely bounced before it got to Gerald Everett. Herbert threw that out of a sack. He was going down as he threw it. And the Cowboys defense will force a punt. Actually, it is a 3-and-out forced by this Cowboys defense. One of the best in the NFL, even though they did give up 42 points last week to the 49ers. Kevontae Turpin apparently is playing. I thought he was out for a while with an ankle injury. Apparently not. Last week, he suffered an ankle injury against the 49ers, and I think it was from Adam Schefter. He was out, I think it was at least 4 weeks. Did I completely just... Is that completely not true? Yeah. Oh, yeah. The initial diagnosis that he would have missed 4 to 6 weeks. But he was back at practice this past week and isn't even going to miss a game. So the Cowboys, they take over possession following the punt. The ball is on their own 22-yard line with 4:42 to go in the first quarter. Game tied at 7. So far, results on the poll, 60% of you guys have said the Chargers will win. 40% have said the Cowboys. Make sure to vote if you guys have not already done so. So waiting for them to come back from commercial break here. Alright, just got back from commercial. So 1st and 10 from the 22. Prescott, empty backfield. He looks to throws quickly over the middle. That's caught by CeeDee Lamb. Lamb is going to pick up about 15 there on the first down, catch and run on the slant. And he moves the chains. I like to see the Cowboys getting him involved early after not getting him many targets or opportunities last week against the 49ers. CeeDee Lamb already 3 catches, 50 yards. That might be more yards than he had last week against the 49ers. He's lined up in the slot right, empty backfield for Prescott. He's pressured right away, evades the sack. Prescott rolling out to his left. He's going to tuck it and run. Prescott is going to run for a first down and pick up 11. Really good job there by Dak Prescott, avoiding the rush and then scrambling for a first down. Ball is going to be spotted either at midfield or just shy of midfield. So 1st and 10 at their own 49. Prescott under center. Brandon Cooks in motion. Here they hand off to Rico Dowdle And he is going to power his way ahead for 7. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. Sorry, a 2nd and 3, not 3rd and 3. Following the 7-yard run from Rico Dowdle. So 3rd and 3. Prescott, 2nd and 3. I don't know why I'm doing that. Prescott off play action, looks to throw. He's got a free rusher headed at him, and Prescott is going to escape the sack once again. Now set his feet. Now keep rolling out to his right, and Prescott is eventually taken down for a sack. Fox gets home for the sack, and Prescott couldn't avoid that sack. Although he was able to avoid 2 others on that play. 3rd and 6 here for the Cowboys. But they finally take down Dak Prescott. Second sack of the day for the Chargers. And here is a 3rd and 6 for the Cowboys. Play clock winding down to at 3. They don't get the snap off, and they have to burn their first timeout before this upcoming 3rd down. It's the first timeout either team has spent so far. They were able to get the timeout in. So it will remain a 3rd and 6 with 2:05 to go in the first quarter. So far, results on the poll. 55% of you guys have said the Chargers will win. 45% have said the Cowboys. Make sure to vote if you haven't already done so. So here is a 3rd and 6 for the Cowboys. Ball on the Chargers' 47-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on 3rd, and that pass is dropped by Michael Gallup and incomplete. He probably wouldn't have gotten the first down anyway, because there was quite a few blue shirts around him, but it is incomplete anyway, and the Cowboys will be forced to punt it away. So when Michael Gallup has to catch, I think that hits him in the hands. So 4th and 6, the Cowboys send on the punt unit. And Brian Anger sends it away. And this is going to check up at the 10, or at the 7. Now it's going to bounce all the way back down to the 2, but I think that came off a Cowboy player, so that maybe be spotted more at like the 12. It was officially down at the 2, although that may go out to like the 12-ish, which is where the Cowboys, I think they touched it, because I don't think that naturally checked up at like the 7 and then bounced back down to the 2. I just don't think that happened. But we'll see. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial break. There is about 1:45 to go in the first quarter. And the Chargers will be backed up deep inside their own territory. I believe it's going to be at the 2-yard line. Following a very good punt from Brian Anger. So still waiting for them to come back from commercial break. Chargers get the football back near the end of the first quarter on their own 2, game tied at 7. Alright, they're back from commercial, ball on their own 2. Keenan Allen motions into the slot left. And here they're going to hand off to Austin Eckler, and Eckler is going to gain 3. Getting it ahead to the 5-yard line. And getting the Chargers a bit more space from their own goal line. So 2nd and 7. Herbert throws complete to Keenan Allen. He breaks one tackle, makes another guy miss. Allen is lunging ahead to the 16, picks up the first down in the process as well. And the Chargers move the chains. So 1st and 10 for the Chargers, ball now in their own 16, so a lot more breathing room. Keenan Allen in his career 6.4 catches per game. That is the highest in NFL history. Herbert going to swing this one out to Austin Eckler out of the backfield. Eckler is going to get forced out of bounds after a gain of 4. He has over 30 receiving yards, but not much rushing yards, just 7 rushing yards. Chargers haven't really ran the ball that effectively so far this season. I don't think we see the Chargers snap the ball right here with 5 seconds to go in the opening quarter, but they're going to at least line up. I think they're just going to try to draw him off. No, they don't snap it. So the end of the first quarter, game tied at 7. And the Chargers with football with roughly a 2nd and 6. They've got a 2nd and 5 at their own 21 as the first quarter comes to a close. But going back to what I was saying about how the Chargers don't have a very good run game. They have 9 rushing yards today, 2.3 yards a carry. Austin Eckler 3 carries for 7 yards, and Gerald Everett that one random jet sweep, a carry for 2 yards. And then on the season, let me get up their numbers, but it hasn't been great running the football. The Dolphins with the best rushing offense average 181 rushing yards per game. The Chargers, I'd imagine, one of the worst in the NFL. Well, maybe not, because they ran for a whole bunch in week 1. They're actually top 3rd of the league with 119 yards per game. But they've also been without Austin Eckler. Like, Against the Titans, Josh Kelly was their leading rusher with just 39 yards. Go Chargers. Eckler is crazy. Yeah, Eckler is a really good dual threat back. And not having him has really hurt the Chargers, as they ran for 61 yards against the Titans, 30 yards against the Vikings. And then it was a little bit better 2 weeks ago against the Raiders, because they were on a bye last week when they ran for, actually a lot better, when they ran for 155 yards against the Raiders. But it hasn't been amazing for the Chargers on the ground so far this year, but I think a lot of that has to do with no Austin Eckler, and then also Josh Kelly's just been not productive when he was the injury replacement. Josh Jacobs selling on fantasy. Yeah, I would too. He's gotten off to a terrible start this year. I mean, they've played 6 games, and he is. Has he even hit 100 yards once? I don't think so. Yeah, Josh Jacobs, a massively disappointing season so far. Just 312 yards, 52 yards per game. Averaging just 2.9 yards a carry. Hold on. Went to refresh the game to get it back live, and now froze. Okay, here we go. So Herbert going to take off and run. He breaks the tackle, and Herbert is going to slide at the 31-yard line. Alright, so 1st and 10 here at their own 31 for the Chargers. Herbert under center. Quentin Johnston in motion. They're going to toss this one to Austin Eckler. He's going to cut it up the middle, and Eckler is going to run for about a gain of 5 there on 1st down. Yeah, David Montgomery, he's been great so far this year. Although I am surprised the Lions haven't used Jahmyr Gibbs more. I know he has had that. He's been battling injuries, but I've just been surprised. They picked him 12th overall and haven't used him a little bit more. But that has given David Montgomery a lot of opportunities in a really good Lions offense. 2nd and 5, Herbert off play action. He's pressured. Herbert steps up in the pocket. Herbert now going to tuck it and run. He is going to get right back to the line of scrimmage. And now a flag comes in for what looks like it's going to be a late hit. The Chargers wanted a flag. I didn't think anything was that late. Let's see. They're going to call it after the play. Unnecessary roughness on the Cowboys on safety Jaron Kearse. Oh, it was because it was a helmet-to-helmet hit. Not because it was as he was sliding. But a free 15 yards there for the Chargers. Has them with 1st down inside Cowboy territory at the 45. 49. Herbert pump fakes. Now he's going to roll out to his left, and Herbert is going to get taken down for a sack. There is a flag that comes in back near the line of scrimmage. If the play stands, it's going to be a 4-yard loss on the sack. is illegal hands to the face. Another penalty on the Cowboys. And that gives the Chargers 5 yards. On Sam Williams, yeah. He's got his hands up in the face mask of Rashawn Slater. Penalties on back-to-back plays for the Chargers. For the Cowboys. Give the Chargers a 1st and 10 at the 44. Here they hand off to Isaiah Spiller, and he's going to run for a gain of 2. That's a free 20 yards in 2 plays, yeah. And also, they both gave him automatic first downs, even though the second one, the hands to the face, wasn't really a huge deal. It would have been a 1st and 5 if it wasn't, but free first down is always nice. Herbert rolls out to his right, throws across the field, dropped by Gerald Everett and incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd and 8. Micah Parsons with pressure there forces Herbert to roll out, and then as he throws, that is a pass that's got to be caught by Gerald Everett. Micah Parsons, his pressure on the quarterback has forced 14 incompletions through 5 weeks. That leads the NFL. Herbert looks to throw. He throws it quickly. That is low and incomplete. Looking for Keenan Allen. And that brings up a 4th and 8. Cowboys brought a blitz, so Herbert had to get it out quickly. Just was unable to get it high enough to Keenan Allen, who probably is able to make the catch if that throw is higher. Is Mike Williams still out? Yes, I believe he tore his ACL. But this kick is going to get downed at the 10. Yeah, Mike Williams tore his ACL in their win over the Vikings. And he's out for the year. Yeah, they punted. Wasted those 20 free yards, yeah. Really. But the Chargers punt, the Cowboys will take over at their own 12-yard line, 1st and 10. With 11:35 to go in the second quarter, game tied at 7. Give me 1 second. Oh, what's up? Not much. How about you? Just enjoying some football. Cowboys against the Chargers. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial break. Cowboys get the football. Oh, now they're back from commercial. Ball on their own 12-yard line. After their defense forces a punt. This is a W stream. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. No sub. I also greatly appreciate that. Thanks very much. Prescott going to hand off to Tony Pollard, and he is not going to find much space to run. He's going to get maybe a yard on the first down carry. Hold on one second. My game freezes every once in a while, so then I gotta refresh the page to get it back live, because then it sets me behind. Alright, here we go. 2nd and 9, Prescott looks to throw. Multiple flags come in. Prescott rolls out to his right, and he's just gonna dump this off to Pollard, who is eventually taken down for a loss of a yard. Let's see what this flag is. It is an illegal shift on Cowboys. Penalties decline. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. It says buffering and glitches. So maybe it's not. Maybe it's not just me. Maybe that's like an ESPN problem. So 3rd and 10 for the Cowboys. Prescott looks to throw, gets it out quickly to Brandon Cooks, and Cooks is going to get taken down by the Turf Monster following a gain of 6 on the play. Went to go plant his foot following making the catch, and he ended up slipping and just getting touched down by a Charger defender. That's going to bring up a 4th and 4 for the Cowboys, and they'll be forced to punt it away to the Chargers. So good drive there for the Chargers defense, forcing a 3 and out. There's a flag that comes in on the punt, so I'm not sure what this is. Came in right as the ball was snapped. This one, is that muffed? Alright, well, the Chargers get it. It went through the hands of the Charger returner, but I'm not sure if he actually touched it. We also have to see what this flag is. The Turf Monster, yeah. So the flag came in right at the snap of the ball. So I wonder if this is some kind of illegal formation or something like that. Yeah, it is an illegal formation. Now, let's see what the Chargers opt to do here. Chargers D got Butterfingers. Yeah, I don't know what he was trying to do right there. I don't know if he was trying to field that and it just went through his hand, or if he was... I mean, it looks like he was trying to field it, but... And I think he touched it, which is why then another Charger went to go pick it up after. But I'm not sure what you're doing. For me, thinking on the punt, unless it bounces like straight to you, once you decide to let it bounce, just let it bounce. That's my thinking, because with the way a football bounced, it's so unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. So 4th and 9, they re-kick, and Anger's kick is away. This is a good kick. It is fielded by Davis at the 31. Actually, the 32, and that is where the Chargers will take over. With 9:31 to go in the second quarter, game tied at 7. But a good punt there from Brian Anger goes probably, I'm not sure, maybe 60 or so yards at least. We punted it from the 12. 55-yard punt, so. From the 13 to the 32. You gotta go? Alright, thank you for joining me while you can. Have a good rest of your day. So far, results in the poll, 56% of you guys have said the Cowboys will win, 44% have said the Chargers. Make sure to vote if you guys have not already done so. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial. Chargers going to get the football. And while we wait for them to come back from commercial, if you guys can hit that like button. We've only got 3 likes on the stream. I could greatly appreciate that. If you guys can go ahead and hit that like button for me. Alright, still waiting for them to come back from commercial break. Alright, now they're back from commercial. As they show how Micah Parsons has had a fairly quiet game. Hasn't been able to get a whole ton of pressure on Justin Herbert. Chargers will also try to get the ball out of his hand quickly. Michael Parsons, according to Next Gen Stats, he has played 2 snaps at defensive tackle, 13 at left end, and 3 at right end so far. Here they toss this one out to Austin Eckler running right, and Eckler is going to pick up 3 there, as he's taken down by DeMarcus Lawrence. And that brings up a 2nd and 7. Michael Parsons actually lined up as a linebacker for that one. He's just such a versatile player. He can line up almost anywhere on the defense and hurt you at any position. Here Parsons goes off the field. 2nd and 7. Herbert in the pistol. And he's going to hand off to Eckler, and Eckler is almost going to break that tackle, but unable to. As Bell takes him down right at the line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 here for the Chargers. With 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. Eckler almost broke that tackle, but Bell just never let go of his foot. 3rd and 7. Allen in motion. Herbert looks to throw. There's a flag that flies in as the ball is snapped. Herbert throws downfield, incomplete, as he was evading the rush. Keenan Allen was the intended target, just overthrown. Also just dead bounds as well. But we will have to check this flag. I believe that is the 3rd time in the last 6 plays we've seen a flag come in exactly at the snap. Here it is, another one against the Cowboys. All 3 have been against the Cowboys. Dante Fowler Jr. offsides gives the Chargers a free 5 yards. And they will have a much easier 3rd down at 3rd and 2 right here. Instead of a 3rd and 7. Cowboys 5 penalties, 35 penalty yards. Chargers with just 1 penalty for 5 yards. Herbert in shotgun. He's going to hand off to Austin Eckler up the middle. Eckler nowhere to go. He's taken down right at the line of scrimmage. And it is going to be a 4th and 2 here for the Chargers. I don't love that call to run the football. They have not ran the ball effectively at all to this point, so I don't love the idea of running the football there on 3rd and short. Oh, you're back? Welcome back. But the Cowboys get the football on the punt. Kevontae Turpin calls for a fair catch at his own 22. You're probably the nicest person I've seen in a while. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. But I don't love that play call on 3rd and short right there for the Chargers. They end up with a 3 and out. This drive is officially marked 3 plays, 8 yards. Even though it felt a little bit more because they had Eckler run for 3, then Eckler run for nothing, then the offsides penalty, and then Eckler ran for no gain. I don't really like that 3rd down play call. You're averaging 1.9 yards a carry, and your longest run of the day is 4 yards. Now, if you wanted to swing it out to Austin Eckler and use like an extension of the run game that way, I wouldn't have minded that. But just trying to power that up the middle, I'm not a fan of that play call when you have been terrible running the football. You either? Okay, so at least I'm not the only one. You won on fantasy without Eckler. Cool. Let me check how I'm doing. I think I should win because I was up. I had an awful week, but so did the other guy I'm playing. I believe I had. Oh, by the way, Anthony Richardson could miss the season, probably undergoing what could be season-ending shoulder surgery. Let's see. I know I was up by about 1.2 points coming into today's game. Yeah, I'm now up by 9. I've only got 93 points. But I've got Herbert, and the other guy's got the Cowboys kicker. Prescott looks to throw here on 1st down. He rolls out to his right, throws downfield, caught by Brandon Cooks for 1st down and more. He gains roughly 15. End of season is crazy, yeah. Originally, I was hoped that he would just be able to heal up that AC joint, but he is going to undergo season-ending shoulder surgery. You have a 99% chance of winning. Cool, I've got a 98% chance. Which really just stinks for Anthony Richardson, because he had actually gotten off to a pretty good start. Prescott throws, caught by Michael Gallup for a gain of 8. But, yeah, that really stinks for Anthony Richardson, because he's gotten off to a good start in his rookie season. And I just hope he's not going to be one of those guys who has a ton of potential, but can never live up to that potential because injuries just haunt his career. I really hope that doesn't happen. But here is a 2nd and 2. Prescott is going to hand off to Tony Pollard, and Pollard up the middle is going to get about 2 yards. And looks like the spot's going to come in and give him just enough for a 1st down. So 1st down here for the Cowboys. Just shy of midfield. Prescott is pressured underneath. That is deflected and incomplete. There is a flag down. Looks like this could be in the area of roughing the passer. The pass knocked away, looking for the tight end Ferguson right there. This is either probably going to be a roughing the pass or a holding. I know Derwin James came in on a safety blitz. It is roughing the passer. Alright, let's see how terrible this one is. It is on Derwin James. You gotta be kidding. That's the penalty? You have gotta be kidding. That is the softest roughing the passer penalty you will ever see. Prescott off play action, gonna throw one deep down the field. That is in and out of the hands of Michael Gallup, and then in and out of the hands of Derwin James. Had it been completed, that would have been a Cowboy touchdown, but it winds up incomplete. Good coverage there by Asante Samuel Jr. Michael Gallup's been targeted 5 times, just 1 catch for 8 yards. Prescott hands off to Pollard up the middle for a gain of 3. But going back to that roughing the passer call, that was an awful call. I feel like the refs this week have been really bad. Yeah, that should not have been roughing the passer. I definitely agree. I feel like the refs have been bad this week, and I mean, they've had their moments so far this season, but I feel like it's been better where you've been talking more about the actual game rather than the refs. Up until this week, I feel like there's been a lot of questionable calls this week. 3rd and 8, Prescott looks to throw to the outside. That is caught. CeeDee Lamb's got a first down, and he is taken down at the 22-yard line, and the Cowboys move the chains. Michael Davis, number 43, the corner, working against CeeDee Lamb right there. He may have had a chance to keep him short of the sticks. Wow. He shot into the backfield like a cannon, and he's going to wrap up Pollard for a loss of 3. Kenneth Murray right there in the backfield almost as Pollard gets the ball. Alright, not quite, but he shot through there very quickly and takes him down for a loss of 2. Who do I have? I have the Cowboys 28-24, but I hope the Chargers win because I am a Giants fan. How about you? Who do you have? Prescott looks to throw. He's going to set up the screen here to Tony Pollard. Pollard with some blockers in front of him. He is going to gain 9 yards, getting it to the 20-yard line. And that will set up a 3rd and short here for the Cowboys. Dak Prescott, 10 of 14, 107 yards, 33 rushing yards, and a rushing touchdown. Prescott to the outside, that's Pollard, and I think he's going to be short. He's forced out of bounds by Kenneth Murray, a yard short of the first down. And now we've got another decision here for Mike McCarthy. Appears as if they're going to go for it. They went for it on one, also from the 18-yard line, which is how they scored their touchdown. ESPN's analytics says go for it on 4th and 2 or less. Here is a 4th and 1. Cowboys in the midst of a 9-play, 65-yard drive to go. Quarterback sneak. Prescott, he did not get it. He did not get that. Let's see. Waiting for the official spot. I don't think he got it. This was actually from the 14. Yeah, Chargers take over on downs. They stop the quarterback sneak. And Prescott is stuffed. So the Chargers, they take over at their own 13-yard line. And the Chargers defense comes up with a big stop there on 3rd down. And the Cowboys' red zone trip ends with no points. So 2:23 to go in the first half. Chargers with 3 timeouts remaining, Cowboys with 2. Game tied at 7. Allen in motion, Herbert in shotgun. They fake the swing pass out to Keenan Allen. They try to set up the screen to Austin Eckler, but the hit knocks the ball out, which is actually a really good thing because that prevents a 4-yard loss and just turns that into an incompletion. So it'll be a 2nd and 10 rather than a 2nd and 14. It's actually a good thing that it was incomplete. So from the 13, Herbert, off play action, looks to throw over the middle. That is caught for a first down by Josh Palmer, and he's taken down at the 39-yard line. Nice completion there from Herbert to Palmer, and there's a pretty big play there for the Chargers, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Gain of 26 on that play. And the Chargers with a nice pickup. And Josh Palmer up to the 39-yard line. Nice throw from Justin Herbert. Alright, so they head to the 2-minute warning in the first half. The game tied at 7. Chargers with 3 timeouts remaining in the half. Cowboys with 2, as they had to spend a timeout to prevent the play clock from expiring before. Give me 1 second. So far, results in the poll: 58% of you guys have said the Cowboys will win. 42% have said the Chargers. Make sure to vote if you have not already done so. My vote would go towards the Cowboys. I've got them 28-24, although this first half has been a little bit lower scoring than I would have thought. I know the Cowboys have a very good defense, but I thought we just see a bit more scoring in general. Because I think the Chargers have the offense that is good enough to be able to score on a good defense, score on even a good defense like the Cowboys. Plus, just last week we saw it is possible to score on the Cowboys defense. I didn't think the Chargers would put up 42, but I thought they would be able to score a little bit. more than 7 points here in the first 28 minutes of the game. Maybe they can put together another touchdown drive here as they've got the football at their own 39. 2 minutes to go in the half. Keenan Allen in motion. Herbert on a design rollout right. Going to sidearm this to Gerald Everett, who is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Second and 10. Herbert in shotgun. He looks to throw. Herbert to the outside. That is sliding catch by Josh Palmer. A gain of 11 and another Charger first down. Nice throw from Herbert to a sliding Josh Palmer for the completion. Herbert 10 of 15, 107 yards and a touchdown. Ball on exactly midfield. Quentin Johnston in motion. Herbert takes a shot down the sideline that is just overthrown for Keenan Allen. He had maybe multiple steps on the defender Deron Bland. But I don't think Allen thought he was going to get the football because he was not running 100%. Keenan Allen tonight, pretty quiet. 3 catches, 12 yards, and a touchdown on 5 targets. So here is a 1st and 10, a minute 25 to go in the first half. Herbert off play action on 2nd and long. He is going to try to dump this off to Herbert in the flat, but that pass incomplete. There is a flag on the play. So let's take a look at that. It is holding on the offense. That is, I believe, right tackle Trey Pipkins III. I believe he's the right tackle. He is the right tackle. I couldn't remember if he was the right guard or right tackle. It is the right tackle. Guilty of the hold. He's working against Micah Parsons. That is definitely a hold. So here is a 2nd and 20 following the penalty. Herbert looks to throw. He rolls out, escaping the pressure, and fires to Donald Parham, who is going to get out of bounds at the 41. He's going to pick up 7. Stops the clock with a minute 15 to go in the first half. Chargers still have all 3 timeouts, but obviously don't want to use one unless you pick up a first down right here. I wouldn't be shocked to see the Cowboys use timeout if they get a stop. It's a 3rd and 14 for the Chargers. I wonder if you may have wanted Parham to get out of bounds, stay inbounds right there, keep the clock moving with a minute 15. Herbert looks to throw. He's got time. Herbert launches downfield. That is incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the rookie from TCU, the intended target. But that is incomplete and will bring up a 4th and 14 with 1:09 to go in the first half. And the Cowboys don't even have to use a timeout as the clock stops automatically on the incompletion. Oh, Herbert's arm was hit as he threw. That's why it was so underthrown. J.K. Scott punts the ball away, and Kevontae Turpin will field this at his own 14. Turpin on the return. And Turpin splitting defenders. He goes all the way up to the 29. A 15-yard return for Kevontae Turpin. He's so dangerous with the ball in his hands. Field. And the Cowboys will take over solid starting field position, their own roughly at their own 29-yard line. And a little over 50 seconds to work with. I believe it's going to be about 55 seconds. Plus they have 2 timeouts, so plenty of time to put a drive together here for the Cowboys before halftime. and maybe take the lead. They've got 59 seconds. The Chargers get the football to begin the second half. Prescott throws quickly. That is incomplete, looking for Michael Gallup. Davis, who's had a good game for the Chargers, in on coverage there, breaking that one up. Michael Gallup just 1 catch, 8 yards on 6 targets. Second and 10. Prescott looks to throw. Launches downfield. That is caught for CeeDee Lamb. He's out of bounds at the 48 of the Chargers. And a nice completion there. A big play for the Cowboys. Gets them inside Charger territory. And now that also puts them in a great position to see if they can potentially get some points on the board. CeeDee Lamb, 5 targets. He's caught all of them for 84 yards. So 50 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott in shotgun, powered the back line to his right. Prescott looks to throw. He's got time. Throws to the outside. There is Michael Gallup for his second catch. He's forced out of bounds by Davis after a gain of 11. But because he went out of bounds, he did not stop the clock, because he wasn't trying to keep going forward. So 30 seconds to go in the half. Ball in the 37. Prescott with time. Pump fakes. Now he's going to roll out to his right. Prescott still looking downfield. Now he's just going to tuck it and run for 2. There was a flag on the play, though. Mike McCarthy does not seem to be happy about the flag. It is a hold on Cowboy right tackle Terrence Steele. Sorry, they called it on 73, Tyler Smith. I thought he said 78. Also, I'm just trying to read his lips because I'm not. I don't have the volume on. That is the 6th Cowboy penalty. They've got 45 yards. 3 Charger penalties for 30 yards. So that backs them up to a 1st and 20. Ball on the 47-yard line of the Chargers. Prescott in shotgun. He looks to throw. He's got time. Throws over the middle. That is caught by Ferguson. And he is taken down at the 32. There is a flag now that comes in. Late flag. I think they may call this as a hit on Derwin James, which I would not like if they call that at all. Well, alright, it's not a helmet-to-helmet hit, but it's a shoulder-to-helmet hit. Alright, I can understand that, because I didn't realize it was a hit to the helmet. I can understand that. So that one is understandable, unlike the first one on Derwin James, which was the roughing the passer. That was awful. But 14 seconds to go in the half. If I'm the Cowboys, I'm already at the 17-yard line. I think what I'm going to do if I'm the Cowboys is I would just take a couple shots to the end zone. Prescott looks to throw. He's just going to check this one down to Tony Pollard underneath. Got to call a timeout right here. They do. 8 seconds to go. They call their second timeout. That leaves them with 1 remaining. Chargers still with all 3 timeouts remaining. I don't know how, but there's somehow 3 seconds left in the half. There should be 8. I'm very confused. How did 5 seconds just run off the clock? The officials are discussing something right now. There should be 8 seconds on the clock. Not 3. The Cowboys called a timeout with 8 seconds to go in the first half. Which should mean they've got one more play to the end zone. And then a field goal. They should not have the field goal unit out there now, because there should still be 8 seconds. Okay, they don't fix that, and the Cowboys will settle for a field goal here before the half. A 32-yard field goal from Brandon Aubrey. He has not missed a field goal yet this season, and Aubrey's kick is up and good, and he stays perfect from field goals, although he has missed an extra point. So 10-7, the Cowboys take the lead to halftime. So the Cowboys, they lead this one 10-7 at halftime. A little bit lower scoring than I thought it would have been in the first half. But both defenses have been strong to start this one. And I'm going to go take a quick break as I do at halftime of every stream. I will be back in a few minutes for my updated score prediction and stuff like that. And also, make sure to let me know your updated score prediction in the comments. And also, if you guys can do me a favor and like this stream and subscribe if you have not already done so while I take my break, that would be much appreciated. So I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright, I'm back. Alright, I'm back. Thank you guys for staying with me as I took my quick break. But the Cowboys lead the Chargers by a score of 10-7. The Chargers are set to receive the second half kickoff. Not quite as much offense as I would have thought in the first half. I was expecting just a bit more. Only 17 combined points in the first half. I didn't think there would be a ton more, but I thought there would be a little bit more. But the Cowboys up 10-7. As far as my updated score prediction goes, I'm going to stick with the Cowboys. As much as I'd like to see the Chargers win, I'm still going to stick with the Cowboys. And let's go Cowboys win this one by a score of... let's say... 24-17. So Cowboys 24-17 is my updated score prediction. Originally I had Cowboys 28-24. But a very close first half as I expected. And I'm going to keep my prediction of the Cowboys winning by now a score of 24-17. Going over some stats from the first half, beginning with player stats for the Cowboys. Dak Prescott, 15 of 20 for 161 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. He was sacked 2 times for a loss of 14 yards. Rushing for the Cowboys, Dak Prescott, their leading rusher. 4 carries, 33 yards, and a touchdown, and the 18-yard run, which was the touchdown. That is the longest touchdown run of Dak Prescott's career. Tony Pollard, 8 carries, 20 yards, and Rico Dowdle, 1 carry for 7 yards. Overall, the Chargers have done a pretty good job of stopping the Cowboy run game. Then, receiving for the Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb, the game's leading receiver, 5 catches, 84 yards. Brandon Cooks, 2 catches, 23 yards. Tony Pollard, 5 catches for 20 yards. Michael Gallup, 2 for 19 on 7 targets. And Jake Ferguson, 1 catch for 15 yards. For the Chargers, Justin Herbert, 11 of 18 for 113 yards. A touchdown, no picks, and no sacks taken. Rushing for the Chargers, it has not been good. Austin Eckler, 7 carries, 14 yards. Gerald Everett, a carry for 2 yards. Isaiah Spiller, 1 for 2. And Justin Herbert, 1 for 1. Overall, for the Chargers, that is 10 carries for 19 yards. That is good for 1.9 yards a carry. They have a long run of 4. So I think Justin Herbert may need to throw this like 40 times. And receiving for the Chargers, Josh Palmer, 2 catches, 39 yards. Austin Eckler, 2 catches, 33 yards. Gerald Everett, 2 catches, 15 yards. Keenan Allen, 3 for 12 and a touchdown. How does Justin Herbert have a catch? But apparently Justin Herbert's got a catch for 10 yards. Donald Parham has a catch for 6. And Josh Kelly and Quentin Johnston have both been targeted, but have not come away with the reception. Going to team stats from the first half. Give me 1 second just to make sure the second half isn't set to begin yet. Nope, not yet. Team stats from the first half. First downs, that is in favor of the Cowboys, 13-9. Total plays run, Cowboys have run 35. Chargers have run 28. Total yards, 207 for the Cowboys to 132 for the Chargers. 5.9 yards a play for the Cowboys, 4.7 for the Chargers. The Cowboys have outpassed and outrushed the Chargers, 147-113 and 160-19. Neither team has thrown a pick, and the Chargers have 2 sacks for 14 yards. Meanwhile, the Cowboys don't have any sacks. Red zone, the Chargers 1 of 1 in the red zone. Cowboys 1 for 3 with a touchdown, a field goal, and a turnover on downs. Penalties, 6 penalties, 45 yards for the Cowboys, 4 for 45 for the Chargers. No turnovers, no defensive or special teams touchdowns, and time possession is led by the Cowboys, 17-17 to 12-43. So overall, pretty even first half, slightly in favor of the Cowboys, or the stats, so I mean it makes sense that they have a slight edge at halftime. They're up by 3. But I would expect a close game to continue. Give me 1 second. Alright, but the second half should begin in a couple minutes. The Chargers will get the second half kickoff. I was going to say I'm going to change this to this up here, but I'm not going to quite yet because I don't know how close they are to beginning the second half. But if you guys have an updated score prediction, please let me know in the chat. My updated score prediction is Cowboys 24-17. Comes down slightly from my original prediction of Cowboys 28-24. And give me 1 second just to check something extremely quickly before the second half begins, so 1 quick second. One minute. Okay, so still waiting for them to come back from commercial break, and that should also have them start the second half within the next couple minutes. Alright, yeah, the second half is going to begin in a couple minutes. The Chargers will get the kick to open the second half. And we will have to see if the if the Chargers can put together a drive to at least tie this game up as the second half is set to begin. Results on the poll. Through one half of the game, 64% of you guys said the Cowboys win. 36% have said it the Chargers. Make sure to vote if you have not already done so. So Brandon Aubrey has it teed up, and the Chargers will receive this kick, trailing by 3. Darius Davis back deep to receive. Former TCU wide receiver, was on the team that was the runner-up in the national championship game a season ago, and he lets that one bounce in the end zone for a touchback. And Justin Herbert and the Cowboy offense will take over at their own 25-yard line. I'm interested to see how much the Chargers run the football in the second half, because they were not effective on the ground in the first half. So I wonder how much they're going to go to it in the second half. Herbert going to throw. Oh, what a catch by Josh Palmer. And he's going to gain 10 on first down. That throw is behind him. There is a flag. But a juggling one-handed catch. He reached behind him, tipped it up to himself, and it's not going to count. Well, good effort anyway by Josh Palmer. Ineligible receiver downfield, right tackle Trey Pipkins to third for the Chargers. Wipes out that first down completion. So 1st and 15 after the penalty. Herbert is going to look to throw off play action. Got plenty of time. Now throw down the field. That is out of bounds and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, covered by Stephon Gilmore. So here is a 2nd and 15. following the penalty and incompletion. Herbert looks to throw. He's going to roll out to his right, escaping the rush. Herbert looks downfield, throws downfield on the run, and that is caught by Josh Palmer for a gain of 17 and a first down as well. Nice throw from Herbert to Palmer on the run. It was a bit low, but Josh Palmer does a nice job getting his third catch for 54 yards on the 54 yards on the day, not a 54-yard completion. So 1st and 10 from the 37. Herbert hands off to Austin Eckler, and Eckler is going to get his best run of the day and gain 6. That is the new longest rush of the day for the Chargers. Tonight, Austin Eckler has 8 carries for 21 yards, 2 catches for 33 yards in his return from his injury. 2nd and 4 from the 43. Herbert again hands off to Austin Eckler. He looks for a lane, and he is going to run forward for a gain of 3 yards. That is going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Chargers after back-to-back runs. They're going to go back to the ground. Eckler is going to find space on the second effort and gain 3 yards and a first down as well. So they do seem like they're going to try to run the football just a little bit here in the second half. Play selection so far for the Chargers: they've run 33 plays, 20 of them have been passes, 13 have been runs. So 1st and 10. Gerald Everett in motion. Herbert looks to throw. He's going to swing this out to Josh Kelly out of the backfield. There is a flag that comes in. Kelly is going to gain 7 before he's forced out of bounds. But let's check on the penalty marker. That is an illegal shift on the offense, which is the Chargers. Somebody didn't come set. I don't see anything wrong with that. Guys never come set, so I don't completely understand that penalty. But 1st and 15. Herbert looks to throw. He's got time underneath. That is caught for a gain of about 5 by Josh Palmer, getting it to the 49-yard line and getting those penalty yards back. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Josh Palmer, 4 catches, 59 yards so far. He is the leading receiver on the day for the Chargers. 2nd and 9. With 11:25 to go in the third quarter for the Chargers. Ball just shy of midfield. Palmer in motion. Herbert looks to throw. Got plenty of time. Over the middle, that's caught for a first down by Donald Parham, and he's to the 38-yard line before he is chopped down. Nice throw and catch. And the Chargers move the chains. Herbert hands off to Austin Eckler. He's going to bounce this out left, now cut back up the middle and gain 2. It's been a lot of work for Austin Eckler to find what hasn't been a ton of running room. His best run is just 6 yards. And he's got maybe 30 yards on the day. The Chargers are the only team to score at least 24 points in every single game this season, although they're only at 7 here with 10 minutes to go in the third. 10 and a half minutes, really. Allen in motion, empty backfield for Herbert. Herbert looks to throw. Zips one over the middle, caught by Keenan Allen. Allen inside the red zone. He's taken down at the 16. And the Chargers putting together a really nice opening drive of this second half. Keenan Allen working out of the slot, had a lot of space after the catch there. And he does a nice job of getting a good pickup there on that one. His fourth catch. Parham in motion. Herbert looks to throw. He's going to try to swing this out to Austin Eckler. But that pass batted down at the line of scrimmage by DeMarcus Lawrence. And that brings up a 2nd and 10 with 9.5 minutes to go in the third. I like the idea to get it out to Austin Eckler. There was honestly might have been a touchdown. If Donald Parham was able to seal that edge and get that block, then Eckler may walk in for a touchdown. Herbert is pressured right away. He's going to sidearm one to Austin Eckler, who is taken down right at the line of scrimmage. So a 3rd and 10 here. The Cowboys have allowed just 2 third down conversions when the opponent has at least 7 yards to go. That is just 8% that leads the NFL. Herbert looks to throw. Going to roll out to his right. Herbert is now going to take off and run. Herbert inside the 10. He's going to dive forward, and it's going to depend on the spot here. It comes in right at the marker, which should be good enough for a first down. Let's see. It's going to depend on the spot here, but I think he's got the first down. He doesn't. 4th and 1. Chargers going to keep the offense out there to go for it. 12-play, 68-yard drive so far. It's been very good. Here's the replay. Let's see. It's going to be where he's like a 1/3 of a yard short. Because it's going to be where he's touched, because he wasn't sliding. He was diving. Or lunging forward. Herbert off play action, rolls out to his right. Herbert sets his feet, throws to the end zone, and broken up, incomplete. Looking for Josh Palmer in the end zone. Deron Bland knocks that one away. And the Chargers end a great first drive with no points. Thanks to a good 4th down play by the Cowboys defense. Actually almost picked. But the 4th and short decision by Brandon Staley to go for it does not pay off. And the Chargers turned over on downs. I think right there, while I love the idea to go for it right there, but I think what I would do, like, I like the idea of going for it in a really 4th and short, like really short, like a 1/3 of a yard maybe. It's like a foot. But I just think the idea of tying the game up and taking the points in that situation is the way I would have gone, but it's definitely a decision I would consider going for. What do you guys think? Give me 1 second. Alright, but waiting for them to come back from commercial break here. Cowboys get the football. Ball on their own, let's see. Their own 7, so not ideal starting field position. But I think they will take it after their defense got to stop. Prescott got a roll up, was right here on first down. Direct traffic, now pump fake, and then throw downfield. Pass broken up. There was a flag on the play. Michael Gallup was the intended target. Looks like it may be a hold on the Cowboys. It is a hold. The penalty is declined, and they take the incompletion because this close to the goal line. That's only going to back them up roughly 3 yards. Tonight, combined, these two teams on their first 3 drives combined for 2 touchdowns. Their last 9 drives, they had 6 punts, 1 field goal, and 2 turnovers on downs. Here's a 2nd and 10 from the 7, following the incompletion for the Cowboys. Prescott hands off to Tony Pollard, and Pollard going to get taken down following a gain of 2 on the play. Not much space to run. Sebastian Joseph Day in on the tackle. So here is a 3rd and 8 for the Cowboys. They're just 2 of 7 on 3rd downs. Average 6 yards to go. This one slightly longer. 3rd and 8. Prescott in shotgun. Pollard the back line to his left. Prescott looks to throw. He's got time. Now time runs out. And Dak Prescott gets taken down at the 4. A big sack there by the Chargers defense. He had time to throw. Eventually the pocket collapsed. And Prescott unable to get out of the pocket or get rid of the football. And the Chargers defense gets a quick 3 and out. And they're going to give their offense pretty good field position. Because they're going to get the ball probably at around their own 40 or so. Because Brian Anger is standing in his own end zone. Near the back of his own end zone. So Davis is going to field this at his own 39. Now, on the return, he is going to get taken down at the 49-yard line of the Cowboys. So a 12-yard return sets the Chargers up with excellent starting field position already inside Cowboy territory. What do you mean? The camera is pointed at me. Oh, at my TV. Sorry. I can't for copyright reasons. Can't show the game due to copyright reasons. Oh, just kidding. Okay. So the Chargers, they take over excellent starting field position with 6:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. They trail this one by 3. Their defense with a great possession there forces a punt, which gives the Chargers the great starting field position. So the decision to go for it on 4th down and not convert might not actually hurt the Chargers if they can get points on this drive. Because of the very good drive for the defense. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial. Actually, they just got back. The Chargers with the football. So Herbert in shotgun with the back one to his left. I believe that is Josh Kelly. Keenan Allen in motion here. Herbert going to hand off to Josh Kelly, and Kelly's not going to find much running room. A common theme for the Chargers so far today, and he's going to get maybe 2 yards. The Chargers, on their first 6 drives so far today, have gone touchdown, then punt, 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 punt. That's 4. And then turnover on downs. So here is a 2nd and 8. Herbert in shotgun. Kelly the back one to his right. Herbert looks to throw. He's got time. To the outside, that's caught by Josh Kelly. He's going to gain about another 2, and we'll bring up a 3rd and 6 from the 45. Justin Herbert tonight, 17 of 27, 170 yards, and a touchdown. And prior to this 3rd down, alright, so prior to this upcoming play, the Cowboys had too many guys on the field, so they called their first timeout. Second time, they would have gotten caught with 12 guys on the field and lined up in the formation. But this time, Mike McCarthy able to get a timeout in before a flag is thrown. So 5 minutes to go exactly in the 3rd quarter. Here's a 3rd and 6. Herbert looks to throw. Going to throw downfield. That is caught by Keenan Allen on the run. Allen inside the 30. He's forced out of bounds at the 23 by Stephon Gilmore. And a nice catch and run there from Justin Herbert to Keenan Allen. And a big pickup there for the Chargers on 3rd and 6. They just showed an injured player getting help walking on the sideline for the Chargers, but I couldn't tell who it was. But Keenan Allen tonight, 5 catches, 54 yards, and a touchdown, 30 of those yards after the catch. Herbert pump fakes the screen. Looks like that's where he wanted to go, but was blown up. And now he's just going to tuck it and run out wide left. Good decision by Justin Herbert not to force the ball anywhere. And just going to get a yard. So 2nd and 9 from the 21. Allen in motion. Herbert throws to the outside. That is caught by Keenan Allen. He's forced to bounds by Bland, following a gain of 8 on the play. And that is going to bring up a 3rd and short. Charger center, Clapp, a little shaken up on that play. He's walking with a limp up to the next line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 1. Here they're gonna nope, they aren't gonna run the football, but Herbert's gonna tuck it and run up the middle and pick up the first down inside the 10-yard line. He's taken down at the 9. So 1st and goal. First and goal for the Chargers. Ball on the 9-yard line. Direct snap here to Austin Eckler. And he is now going to look to run. He's going to find maybe a yard. Not much space. So here is a 2nd and goal. For the Chargers here. They trail this one 10-7. Play clock winding down here. They get the snap off. Herbert looks to throw. Herbert going to step up and run. Herbert is taken down after a gain of a yard or 2 on the scramble, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and goal from about the 6. So 3rd and goal with about a minute and a half to go in the 3rd quarter. Currently an 8-play, 43-yard drive that's taking just under 5 minutes off the clock for the Chargers. Keenan Allen in motion. Herbert looks to throw. Herbert going to float one to the end zone, incomplete. Parham, the intended target, well overthrown and incomplete. And now the Chargers are going to be forced to settle for a field goal. And look to tie this game up at 10. So here's a 24-yard field goal for Cameron Dicker. Has never missed under 30 yards in his career. He's 9 of 9. This one 24, and this one is good. It is now 10-10. So the game now tied at 10 after the Chargers are able to get back on, tie the game and go down the field with a good drive following your defense giving them good starting field position because of the punt. Give me 1 second. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial break here. The Cowboys will get the football back with the game now tied for the first time since it was tied 7-7, but that feels like forever ago. I feel like this game has actually taken quite a while, even though we're almost in the fourth quarter and it's not even 10:30. So, feels like it's taking forever, but it's actually not. I don't know why. I mean, there hasn't been much scoring going on, so it's probably why it's been pretty short. The Cowboys' offense by play caller, 27 points a game under Kellen Moore, 40% rush rate, and 61 red zone percent under Kellen Moore. That's 66 games he was play caller. For Mike McCarthy, he has run the ball a little bit more and points per game, and touchdown percentage both down. More obviously now with the Chargers. He is their offensive coordinator, a revenge game for him, even though his offense has only scored 10 points. But so is Mike McCarthy's Cowboys offense. He is the play caller as Cowboy head coach. But the kick is a touchback, and the the Cowboys will take over at their own 25-yard line with 1:08 to go in the third. Cowboys tonight have run the ball for 62 yards, averaging 4.4 yards per carry. Prescott in shotgun right here. Derwin James looks like he might come on the safety blitz. They're going to hand this one off to Tony Pollard, who is going to run for a yard or two. In the third quarter, the Cowboys have run just 4 plays for a total of -1 yards, whereas the Chargers have run 22 plays for 121 yards. Chargers have also had the ball for nearly the entire quarter. Prescott under center here on this 2nd and 9. Brandon Cooks in motion. Here is the give to Pollard. He is taken down in the backfield for walls of 2 by Kenneth Murray. Johnson in the backfield as well. But a big stop there by the Charger defense is going to force a 3rd and 11 here for the Cowboys. Second tackle for loss of the day for Kenneth Murray. And here's a 3rd and 11 for the Cowboys. They don't have to snap this. It doesn't appear as if they will. 4 seconds to go in the quarter. I think they're just going to try to draw them off. Yeah, they don't snap it. But we head to the 4th quarter, game tied at 10. Cowboys with an upcoming 3rd and long, 3rd and 11. But it has been a close game so far. Game tied at 10. A lot lower scoring than I would have expected. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Alright, so 3rd and 11. Prescott looks to throw. He's pressured. Sorry, just cut back to the game late. Pump faking downfield. Now going to throw. Tony Pollard's got the catch, and he's got a first down as well. Still on his feet. Tony Pollard might go. Tony Pollard to the 20. He's taken down to the 15. A big catch and run for Tony Pollard, and a huge 3rd down conversion for the Cowboys. Asante Samuel Jr. finally tracks him down. But great job by Dak Prescott avoiding a sack, rolling out to his right, then throwing back across the field. What can sometimes be a risky throw to Tony Pollard is then able to break a tackle and offer a big catch and run, 60-yard play there in 3rd and 13. And Tony Pollard now up to 80 receiving yards, 101 total yards on the day. And now at the play clock winding down, Mike McCarthy will spend the Cowboys' 2nd timeout. That will leave them with 1 remaining. Chargers still with all 3 timeouts remaining. But a big catch and run for Tony Pollard gets the ball down to the 15. A 60-yard completion. And the Cowboys set up inside the red zone. So let's see if they can potentially get their lead back. Still waiting for them to come back from commercial break following the Cowboys spending a timeout as the play clock was winding down. And they were not close to snapping the ball. I still think they may have been able to get the play off, but Mike McCarthy just wants to make sure. So, ball on the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 here for the Cowboys. 14:03 to go in the game. Prescott hands off to Tony Pollard, and Pollard going to break a tackle. Cut back inside. Pollard out of bounds at the 8. Nice run there from Tony Pollard on 1st down. They're actually going to give him a lot more than... maybe not to the 8. I'm thinking may have gotten a bit more. I'm not completely sure. There's a flag down, though. So, before we get to saying he's down to, like, the 8, it's going to be a hold in the Cowboys, so that will... back him up 10. CeeDee Lamb with the hold on that play. So 1st and 16 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and the foul occurred 4 yards downfield. Prescott hands off to, I believe that's Tony Pollard. It might have been Rico Dowdle, but I believe that's Pollard. He gains 4. I'll bring up a 2nd and 12. Cowboys offense scored a touchdown on 36% of their red zone drives. That is the lowest since 2001, when they scored on just 35% of their drives. They're 1 for 3 tonight. Second and 12, empty backfield for Dak Prescott. They have 4 receivers and a tight end, all split out wide. Prescott looks to throw. Going to evade the rush, roll out to his left. Prescott looking downfield. Multiple flags come in. Prescott out of bounds after a gain of a yard. 2 different flags come in. One looks like he could be in the secondary. The other is going to be back by the line of scrimmage. So let's see. Fouls by both teams. Holding defense, and I would assume also holding offense. Yep. Holding for each team, the fouls are going to offset. Replay 2nd down. So a 2nd and 12. Dak Prescott tonight, 16 of 22, 221 yards passing, 33 rushing yards, and a rushing touchdown. 2nd and 12. Prescott looks to throw. Now over the middle, that is caught by CeeDee Lamb for a 1st down. Inside the 5, he's taken down at the 4. Prescott looked like he was going to take off and run, but then found an open CeeDee Lamb in the middle of the field. A wide open CeeDee Lamb in the middle of the field. Lamb up to 99 receiving yards on 6 catches. Brandon Cooks in motion. Prescott hands off to Tony Pollard, who's taken down after getting only a yard or so. Gets it to the 3-yard line. Joey Bosa in on the tackle. He's seen limited playing time so far today, battling an injury. Cowboys have scored a touchdown on just 42% of their goal-to-go drives. That is 3rd worst in the NFL. Here's a 2nd and goal, ball on the 2-yard line. Prescott looks to throw. Prescott has time. He's going to float one. That is into the end zone and caught for Brandon Cooks. And a Cowboy touchdown. A touchdown for the Cowboys. 2-yard touchdown catch. Prescott to Brandon Cooks. I thought initially, I just thought he was going to throw it away. But then it looked like he was just floating it into the end zone. And Brandon Cooks was there for the touchdown. And here is Brandon Aubrey for the extra point, and he nails it. 17-10, Cowboys with the Chargers. A great drive for the Cowboys. They also had that big 60-yard catch and run. Prescott to Tony Pollard. That drive, 8 plays, 75 yards, 4:49 off the clock. And that big 60-yard catch and run was a huge part of that drive, keeping the drive alive on 3rd down. Give me 1 minute. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial break, about 10 minutes to go in the game. Chargers going to get the football back. They trail 17-10. So still waiting for them to come back from commercial break here. Alright, here we go. Cowboys send it away. Davis back deep to receive for the Chargers, but he will not have a chance to, as this one bounces deep in the end zone for a touchback. And the Charger offense will take over down 17-10. There is 11:19 to go in the game. So, obviously still plenty of time for both teams. But just stating the amount of time left to go. 1st and 10. Allen in motion. Herbert pump fakes. Now he's going to take a shot down the sideline. Whoa! Keenan now is wide open and just missed by Justin Herbert. Allen was wide open. Let's see how this happens. Oh, Deron Bland, the corner covering him, fell down. And Allen was wide open. Herbert just a bit too high. Allen tonight, 6 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown. Herbert looks to throw. He's got time. Steps up in the pocket. Now throws downfield. That is broken up, incomplete. A flag does fly in, though. Not at the point of the catch, somewhere else. Not sure what that call is going to be, but let's see. It appears that it came in near the secondary. It is defensive holding. Jaron Curse called for the penalty there. That's the hold? If that's the hold they just showed, that is another terrible penalty. Eckler taken down as he gets the ball. A loss of 5 there. Huge play by the Cowboy defense. It's going to back him up to a 2nd and 15. Austin Eckler was taken down as he received the football from Justin Herbert. 2nd and 14, following a huge loss. Herbert, off play action, looks to throw on 2nd and long. Going to take a shot down the sideline. That is caught by Palmer for a gain of 15. There is a flag on the play. If it stands, Palmer, 15 yards and a 1st down. Holding on the offense, so it will not stand. That'll back him up 10. Be a 2nd and 24. Rashawn Slater called for the hold. Chargers star left tackle. Yeah, that's a hold right there. I mean, not one of the most obvious holds in the world, but I would agree that is a holding call. Herbert looks to throw on 2nd and 24. He's got plenty of time. Zips one over the middle that is caught by Keenan Allen. And Allen, does he have a first down? Looks like this spot's going to come in. Well, I saw one ref signal first down. The spot looked like it came in about half a yard short. The throw is behind Keenan Allen. So he ends up naturally reversing his direction as he's going to make play and catch that ball. It is a 3rd and 1. And they're going to run the football. Austin Eckler picks up the first down, running for a gain of 4. And we've got another flag. A lot of flags lately. Holding on the offense. Brandon Staley can't believe it. Zion Johnson, second-year left guard from Boston College. Called for the hold. Yeah, he just moves him out of the way. Tackling and moving him out of the way. 3rd and 11. And penalties have been the story of this drive for the Chargers. Herbert looks to throw on 3rd and long. He's got time. Zips one downfield. Deflected and incomplete. Deron Bland had hands on it but could not haul it in. And Josh Palmer could not get to the deflection before it hit the ground. That should have been picked by Deron Bland. Went right through his hands and ended up bouncing off his face mask up in the air, and Palmer couldn't get to the ball off the deflection. And it brings up a 4th and 11. For the Chargers, here's the punt. Fair catch called for. That is not muffed because I don't think they ever touched it. Now they touched it. Let's see who's got the football. I think the Chargers have it. I didn't think the Cowboys ever touched it. No, wait. I think they just signaled Cowboys football. It's Cowboy football. Yeah, that never touched any Cowboy player. Then the Cowboys touched it as Jalen Tolbert dove for it. I think they're going to call it illegal. I don't know what's happening. The Jalen Tolbert got shoved into Cavante Turpin. That is a legal play. This should be Chargers football. Unless the Chargers touched it first. But I think this should be a Charger football. Not completely sure on that ruling. I think that should be a Charger football. That's very confusing. Because the Cowboy gets pushed into the returner, Cavante Turpin. But that is a legal play. Because last year on Monday Night Football, it was the Chargers and the Broncos. The Broncos returner got shoved into... a Bronco got shoved into the returner, which caused him to muff the punt. And then it was real Charger football. I found a replay of this. It should be Charger football, I think. Let me... Let's see. Here we go. Who touches this first? That's close. I think the Cowboys touch it first, though. And then once the Cowboys touch it, it's a live football. Alright, here we go. They're talking about it right now. It's touched by the Cowboys, so it's a live football, meaning a fumble. It should be Charger football right now. The ruling on the field is Cowboy ball. The Chargers are challenging it. And they go to commercial again. But, I mean, that is a wild play. I believe it should be a Charger football. What do you guys think? It's tough. It's close, but I believe it should be Charger football. This is awfully close, but it should be Charger ball. Still waiting for them to come back from commercial break, so gotta wait on the call. Still waiting for them to come back. This is going to be a big call either way, because if the Chargers have it, they've got excellent field position. After what I think is a muffed punt. The ruling on the field was a Charger football, which is big. Cowboy football, which is big. It comes down to who touches it first, and it is the Cowboys who touch it first. So it's Charger football. They get the call right. The ball's on the 20-yard line. Herbert looks to throw. He's got plenty of time. Going to take a shot to the end zone. Incomplete. There's a flag on the play. Stephon Gilmore there in coverage. It's going to be defensive pass interference. Hey, it's not a ton of contact there. I do think that's probably going to be interference, but it's close. 9th Cowboy penalty, 75 penalty yards. Chargers with 8 for 74. Here's the gift to Austin Eckler up the middle, and he is going to get about half of what they need with the ball on the 5 to about the 2. 2 or 3 yard line. That pass interference penalty was the 6th defensive Cowboy penalty so far. Austin Eckler today, not a great game. 14 carries, 26 yards, 3 catches, 33 yards. So 8 minutes to go, 2nd and goal here for the Chargers. Herbert is pressured, throws the end zone low and incomplete. Palmer was the target, but at his feet. Justin Herbert's definitely seemed a little off today. He's missed on quite a few throws he usually makes. That also could have been intended for Keenan Allen, who had to go like a step left. Allen in motion right here. Herbert looks to throw. He's got time. Going to throw this out to Eckler. And Eckler is just short of the goal line. He's going to be down at about the half-yard line. Ball spotted at the 1. It's 4th and goal for the Chargers. He had time. And the throw was short of the goal line, and Austin Eckler unable to break the plane. Chargers going for it on 4th down here. Fourth and goal. Ball in the 1. Timeout. Timeout by Brandon Staley and the Chargers. The Chargers under Brandon Staley go for it on 26% of 4th downs. I believe they said that was 3rd highest in the NFL. So 4th and goal here for the Chargers. Ball is on the 1-yard line. 7:15 to go. Cowboys up 17-10. Herbert in shotgun. Everett in motion. Herbert rolls right. Throws to Everett. Caught for a Charger touchdown. A huge 4th down conversion there for the Chargers. I really like that play call from Kellen Moore. Fake the handoff, then put Gerald Everett out in the flat. And force the defender to pick either Justin Herbert or Gerald Everett. Great call. And it is now tied up 17-17 here in the 4th quarter. I like the decision to go for it. Love the play call there from Kellen Moore. And the Chargers have tied the game up. So the Cowboys will get the football back. Game is tied once again. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial break. Cowboys getting the football back with roughly 6:40ish to go. Maybe a little under that. Sorry, a little over that, I mean. 7:11 to go. Game tied at 17. Cowboys getting the football back. Last time it was tied at 10. Cowboys went right down the field. 8 plays, 75 yards. And took the lead. So the kick is away, and it is a touchback. And the ball come out to their own 25-yard line. But the Chargers, they take great advantage off the muff punt and getting the ball at the 20 and then score a touchdown right there. So ball on their own 25 for the Cowboys. Prescott under center. He used to run for 238 yards and 2 total touchdowns, 1 passing, 1 rushing. We've got a false start here on the Cowboys. It's on second-year left guard Tyler Smith. Dak Prescott, 19 career game-winning drives in the fourth quarter / overtime. Last came last year against the Eagles. Or technically, that might have been 2 years ago. Week 16 against the Eagles. It said 2022. So I don't know if that's the 2022 season, because Week 16 may have been 2023. I don't know. But there's a throw and catch from Prescott to Gallup for 5. Gets the penalty yards back, and we'll bring up a 2nd and 10 with 7 minutes to go. But even if the Cowboys score here, that might not even be a game-winning drive. Because there's still 6:50 to go. So there's still plenty of time. So this, even if they score a touchdown here, that's probably not a game-winning drive. Or at least I wouldn't think so. Prescott off play action. He looks to throw. Prescott is pressured, and Prescott is taken down for a sack. Also 10 on the play. A big play there by the defense. 4th sack of the day for the Chargers. And backs the Cowboys up to a 3rd and 20. Nick Williams with the sack. And here is a 3rd and 19. Chargers have 20 sacks over their last 4 games. Third and 19. Prescott looks to throw. He's pressured, steps up in the pocket, going to roll out to his right. Prescott directs traffic, and he's going to take off and run. Flag flies in at roughly the 25, and he's at bounds at the 31. So let's see what this flag is. This is going to be a pretty big call. If it's against the Chargers, that is not going to be good. If it's against the Cowboys, the Chargers better decline this. Holding on the defense, so that's going to give the Cowboys an automatic first. Alright, there's 2 fouls on the Chargers. 2 defensive holdings. 1 is declined, obviously 1 is accepted, and that gives the Cowboys 5 yards and a fresh set of downs as well. So 1st and 10 at their own 31. Here is the gift to Brandon Cooks on the jet sweep. Brandon Cooks gets the edge. Cooks with a first down, forced out of bounds by Derwin James at the 45. And a nice pickup there for the Cowboys on the jet sweep to Brandon Cooks. A 14-yard pickup there. First and 10, 5:05 to go in the game. Prescott pump fakes twice, and is going to throw an incomplete pass in the area of Michael Gallup. Wanted them to keep going down the field. Michael Gallup been targeted 10 times. He's caught the ball just 3. Second and 10. Prescott in shotgun. He's going to hand off to Tony Pollard up the middle, and Pollard will run for 3 there on 2nd down. That will bring up a 3rd and 7. So here is a 3rd and 7. Big play coming up for both teams. Ball is on the 46-yard line. Sorry, 48-yard line of the Cowboys. Your own 48. Prescott in shotgun. He looks to throw. He's pressured. Prescott rolls out right, throws downfield on the run, caught for a first down by CeeDee Lamb at the 32-yard line. Another big play there for the Cowboys, and a key 3rd down pickup keeps the drive alive. An 18-yard pickup has the Cowboys move the chains to get the ball inside Charger territory. CeeDee Lamb, 7 catches, 117 yards. Prescott hands off to Rico Dowdle, and he is going to run for a yard. So under 4 minutes to go here. Game tied at 17, 2nd and 9 upcoming for the Cowboys. So 2nd and 9, Prescott looks to throw. Prescott going to roll out to his right. Prescott throws complete to Ferguson as he's getting dragged down. Chargers are trying to say incomplete. That's actually not Ferguson. I don't know who that is. They're calling it a catch at the moment. I think that's incomplete. Hey, how's it going? What's going on? Not much. Just watching Cowboys and Chargers. Getting close. Down to the wire. How about you? How's it going? No, that should be incomplete. They get the call right. Incomplete pass. You're for the Chargers. Bolt up. Yeah, me too. I'm a Giants fan, so obviously anytime the Cowboys lose is definitely good. So here is a 3rd and 9. 3:01 to go. Another big 3rd down. Ball on the Chargers 32. So if they can hold him here, it's going to be a fairly long field goal. You're Giants fans. You're Giants fans too. Cool. I did not know that. Or maybe I didn't. I just forgot. I didn't know. Ref sold us in that Bills game. Yeah, that probably should have been interference on Darren Waller in that final play to give him one more chance. It is tough. Been a tough season so far. Although, I mean, the defense was really good last night. I mean, maybe we've got a chance next week against the Commanders. Because, I mean, they're okay. They're nothing amazing. They've also played a lot of good teams to start the season. They played the Cowboys, the Bills, the Dolphins. I feel like I'm forgetting some. The Seahawks are pretty good. Now, I know they weren't really that competitive in most of those games, but maybe better luck against the Commanders, who aren't quite as good as any of the other teams. I'll get to your thoughts. I'll get to my thoughts on the Penn State Ohio State in a second. Prescott looks to throw. Going to throw down the field. That is, I think that's caught. Yeah, he held on to that. Brandon Cooks climbs the ladder and gains a first down for the Cowboys. A key third down, gains 10, needed 9. Thoughts on Penn State Ohio State? That is really tough. I mean, that is going to be really hard to predict. Because, I mean, both teams, great defensively, have wanted to run the football so far. Quarterbacks who haven't played a ton, it's their first season as a starter. So, I mean, really could go either way. If one team can control the line of scrimmage, I think that can definitely really impact the game. Play is blown dead here. Not completely sure what the umpire was still doing there. Or violation of the substitution rule. First down, okay. What do you think of Penn State Ohio State? How much time? 2:44 left in the fourth quarter. So Prescott hands off to Tony Pollard. He is going to get taken down for a loss of a yard. And now the Chargers spend their second timeout. That now leaves each team with 1 remaining. You're really hoping Penn State wins. Okay. I don't really think I have a preference who wins. If I had to pick, I'd probably go with Penn State, but I really don't have a preference who wins there. Alright, so 2:36 to go. Each team with 1 timeout remaining. Ball on the 21-yard line. Prescott under center. Off play action. He looks to throw. He's got time. Prescott now looks to tuck it and run. He stumbles and is taken down right at the line of scrimmage. And that is going to bring up a third down with 2:28 to go. The clock is stopped, so the Chargers spend their third and final timeout. But I'm not sure if I would use that timeout right there if I'm the Chargers, because you could let this go to the 2-minute warning. Then you've got a third down, and the Chargers, if you get a stop, you're going to force a field goal, and then you can call a timeout. I'm not sure. Then you could also be using the 2-minute warning as another timeout upcoming, so I can understand this. Dak Prescott, when he's targeting CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks, he is 11 of 11. 3rd and 10. 2:28 to go. Prescott in shotgun. 4-man rush for the Chargers. Prescott lofts one towards the end zone. Incomplete. Tony Pollard had hands on it but could not haul it in. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 10. And The clock will also stop with 2:23 to go because of the incompletion. It's a tough over-the-shoulder catch for a running back. Howard was open. He has step on Murray, who was covering him, but slightly overthrown. And also, that's just a tough catch to make for a running back. But Brandon Aubrey for the extra point, for the field goal, 39 yards away, he nailed it. 20-17. Aubrey remains perfect on the season for field goals. And the Chargers will take over, or they will get the football back with 2:19 to go, no timeouts, only needing a field goal to tie. So, if you're the Chargers, you can't give the football back to the Cowboys because you have no timeouts left. But 2:19 to go, one timeout left for the Chargers. One timeout left for the Cowboys, none left for the Chargers. But they do still have the 2-minute warning, which will act like a timeout. So Aubrey sends it away. And the kick is a touchback. And Herbert and the Chargers offense take the field at their own 25. 2:19 to go. Need a field goal to tie, touchdown to win. But now you also don't want to... It's tough to manage the clock with no timeouts, but you don't want to score too quickly. Because if you do, then you're giving the Cowboys time to come back, or to put another drive together. Justin Herbert, 14 career game-winning drives in the fourth quarter / overtime. He's a very, very clutch player that has tied second most in the NFL since 2020. Here they throw to Keenan Allen. He gains 8, gets out of bounds. They're actually going to give him 7 with 2:15 to go. And now we got a late flag that comes in. That came in really late. Or at least they put the graphic up on screen really late. Oh, it's an offsides on Micah Parsons. So it would be the 1st and 5 or 2nd and 3. The Chargers took the 1st and 5. They accepted the penalty. I probably would too. 1st and 5. Herbert steps up in the pocket, going to take off and run. He is taken down after a gain of 3, and that's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go in the game. Cowboys lead the Chargers 20-17. Chargers don't have any timeouts remaining. The Cowboys with 1 timeout remaining. They need a field goal to tie. Yeah, 2 minutes to go. It's a big getting down to the wire here. Chargers, your second favorite team. Giants, your favorite. So a lot on the line for you. Yeah, that definitely is a lot on the line. As you're looking for a Chargers win and the Cowboys loss. So waiting for them to come back from commercial break. Chargers with the football on their own 33-yard line. NFL or college football, what do you like better? Wow, that's tough. Tough, but if I had to pick, college football. I love both, but college football, I would say. How about you? Same here, okay. So here is a 2nd and 2. Herbert looks to throw. He's pressured and taken down for a sack by Micah Parsons, his first really big play of the game. There's still plenty of time to go. 1:45 to go. 3rd and 10. Obviously, this is 4-down territory. You can't give the ball back to the Cowboys because you've got no timeouts left. So 3rd and 10. Herbert looks to throw. He's got time. Now time runs out. Herbert throws, and is that picked or incomplete? A diving pick attempt made by Stephon Gilmore. He comes away with the football, but I think that may have hit the ground. Herbert just gets rid of it. They're saying it's a good catch by Stephon Gilmore. And that pick is going to seal a Cowboys win. Parsons with pressure again. Here's a look at it. No, that's a good catch. So that is going to seal the win for the Cowboys. Parsons with pressure and Gilmore with the pick on the back end. Oh, GG Dallas always next week Chargers, yeah. W live stream, good night. Yeah, thank you for that. Great, appreciate that. And yeah, good night. Have a good rest of your night. But the Cowboys will beat the Chargers by a score of 20-17. I mean, Herbert's got to get rid of it because he can't take another sack. That's 3rd down, so he's got to throw it. And then, I mean, it's just end up being picked. He's got to get rid of it, though. He can't throw it away because he's still in the pocket. And he can't just take another sack, because that would back him up to like a 4th and like 16. So I don't think that can. I really don't think it's a terrible decision by Justin Herbert. But final score, Cowboys 20, Chargers 17. Cowboys defense comes up with a big stop. Wait. Justin Herbert seemed a little off today. I don't know if it was his fractured finger on his non-throwing hand, but he seemed a little off. I mean, you look at his stats for the game, they're not great. He seemed a little off. 22 of 37, 227 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. I mean, they're not terrible, but something seemed a little off with Justin Herbert today. Also, it doesn't help you. He had no run game. The Chargers ran for just 53 yards and 2.3 yards a carry as a team. But the Cowboys get the win 20-17. That is going to do it for today's stream, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this stream, subscribe, turn notifications so you don't miss any upcoming videos. I do my best to post as often as possible. Yeah, I do my best to post as often as possible. I've got a video coming out tomorrow. And then, obviously, the week ahead with predictions for the NFL and college. Then streams next week for the NFL Sunday and Monday. Not sure if there's going to be one on Saturday for college yet. I haven't decided there. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn notifications so you don't miss any upcoming videos. I do my best to post as often as possible. I hope you all have a great rest of your day or night. And I will see you in the next video.